Speaking of air conditioning.
Is this a new business item or?
Yes.
Well, it's the tram.
Okay, tram.
Part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody says, no, you gotta use another engineer.
I keep asking until somebody says yes.
We need one.
Yeah, it's really, really, really,
It's
hot and
really
stuffy
is.
in that thing. And I had seen this thing, I found and I sent it to Charlene. It's a unit maybe that size, maybe not even that size, that apparently will cool something the size of the tram. And I mean, it's commercial strength, and it seems like it's pretty good. And Charlene said when you got on board, she would send it to you.
Right, there's something called a mini split duct system that might work.
What it was.
Yeah.
It was basically a plug-in and it would go as long as it's
If
completely
you look
ventilated,
into
which
it, I'll
there
send you
is.
what
Is this
Margie
for
said
the
you-
tram itself?
The tram itself.
Yeah.
The issue was before was the power.
Yes,
Right.
that was the issue.
Because we looked at before was because the way the tram was rated for when the OSHA changed the average weight per person and the carrying capacity of the tram and the way they worked the contracts, that means because humans were rated heavier, Americans be fatter, then they said that they would have to reduce the rated carrying capacity of the tram because they had an extra 20 pounds per person or whatever it was that OSHA changed. And this is the story we got at the time.
Right.
And that between the weight of the compressor, of the actual air conditioning unit, plus the weight of the batteries and control unit, that would further reduce the carrying capacity of the tram.
This is apparently a relatively new design that.
There's new technology that doesn't.
Isn't
There's
that
some
bad.
solid state technology that came out of NASA about 15 years ago.
Right.
That was too expensive until relatively recently.
Right.
That the solid state heat exchange systems.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not that would be both less weight and more energy efficient, because the trams are only in station for so long, so
Right.
the amount of time they would have to charge while the trams are in station is minimal, and we're not getting full power off. I mean, you have to tap power off the rails, which we don't really do. So the question is, how could we do that with sufficient battery life during the peak hours of the day to cool the tram? Is a big question.
Right.
Because then we have to change the rated carrying capacity of the tram.
Right, don't want to do any of that, just want to check it out. If we do
Yeah,
it, let's
why
do
can't
it.
it
look into it.
Yeah, it seemed to be a brand new thing that everybody was raving about.
It is new because
lighter and good.
it's changed. It seems the LED lights.
Right.
15 years ago, LED
Right.
lights were way too expensive for civil use, aside from special applications. Now they're cheap. So these solid state thermal units have come down in price dramatically.
Right.
So that maybe we'll do something, but I don't know.
Okay, we just keep people at least cool while we're in the station. And they're not running, just like the heating. The heating, we have the heat while we're there.
Yeah.
And then it's turned off as we.
The challenge we have there is that if you only run it once in the station, the BTU, it's called the BTU displacement capability of an air conditioning unit there, it would have to be pretty significant for you to cool a volume the size of the tram to a large degree. The best thing you could do is to have some high capacity fan that would be drawing out, that would pull air in from the sides and the doors, that would just be an ambient breeze. It wouldn't be full cooling, but it would make the environment a lot more amenable to people, because that would consume far less power, and we can displace a huge volume of air rather than a BTU replacement. BTU is British thermal units, and it's how you measure heat in air conditioning systems and whatnot. Your ability to cool a space is your BTU capacity to change the temperature of a space, how much heat you can displace.
Could you just check it out?
So
Sure, okay.
that's whether we can cool whether we can cool the volume of a tram in the amount of time that's picked during rush hour that the tram's in the station is not likely. We could try it when we could see, but it depends upon how many BTUs that unit can displace. We might be better off putting in some high capacity venting system on there.
Your mission,
Just saying.
To make the tram
look at it.
comfortable for humans.
But you have the same problem when I build data centers, is that you can have chillers, but unless you can move enough air, then you're not displacing it, and you get hot spots and it doesn't work. It's just, you get really, really cold spots, and you get really, really hot spots.